But something strange happened in 2017 in the largest eclipse of the year over the United States. On August 21st, on their own website, they said that the duration of the eclipse is 5 hours. So if you do the calculations of the globe model, you will see that the eclipse should only last 4 hours and something. So with this eclipse, they have almost an hour to spare, and they know it. At that time, several NASA scientists began to say that the sun is much larger than they thought. They admitted that they need to increase the size of the sun to make the eclipse and the math match reality. The news came out in different media and several notes were replicated. They said that the sun was 250 times bigger than the actual size they have told us. But now, those news articles disappeared from the internet, and all we can find now is that NASA scientists say that the size of the sun has to be a bit bigger so the eclipse calculations can work more precisely. This is very relevant because what they are clearly saying is that the size of the sun is a theory, and of course the distance to it is also a theory, but most people do not know about this. We know that the angular diameter of the sun and moon are equal to 0.52 degrees, and this can never be changed because anyone can measure it. So if you claim that the distance to the sun is exactly 93 million miles away, then the size has to be exactly 844,038 miles. It can't be what they want. If they change the size, they will be forced to change the distance to keep the angular diameter as it is in real life. So right now, they are saying that for the math to work perfectly, the size of the sun has to be a few hundred miles larger than the actual size. But if you make the sun 250 times larger, you will put it so far away that the distance will be much greater, enormous. And what does that mean? If you change the distance, you would have a bigger problem. Because if the Earth orbits the sun, you are changing the radius of the Earth's orbit. Also, by changing the size of the sun, you would have to change the speed of the Earth. And by changing the speed of the Earth, you would have to change the speed of the moon because it orbits the Earth. You would also have to change the distance and the sizes of all planets. That is to say, if you change this and that, everything will be out of square and you will have to change the entire model. But they are too smart to do that in this era of internet. They will never change it because it would make everyone doubt the official science. So they better ignore it and not talk about it anymore. But we would not let that go. So the question is, did they teach us facts or just theories? If your calculations work, does it mean that the world we live in is exactly what your calculations say? The answer is no. Because they are constantly contradicting their own calculations.